Bobby Chalmers for Race Pro Weekly, standing here with one of the guys that was pretty close to winning the Modified Championship last year at Lebanon Valley, Brett Haas. Brett, you were here for practice last week. Did you learn anything, especially with the new racetrack?
I learned that there wasn't much of a difference, too much. We couldn't run the bottom. The berm was gone, so it made a little difference, but we have a different shock package this year, working with the guys with Dig, just to try getting that last little bit of speed we need. And we definitely threw the kitchen sink at it, just trying to get faster, right? And we came back this week trying a little different balance just to see if we could get that last little bit. I don't think there's too many guys here, but that's where we're trying to do something a little different that most guys aren't doing. So we'll see. I think I'm confident. The car was good last week. It wasn't bad, but like I said, just trying to find that little bit extra speed in the car.
Zach, 2022 was probably your best season of your career. You got your first Pro Stock win here at Lebanon Valley. Talk about going into this season. What are your expectations?
We're going to be here every week at Lebanon. We're going to, obviously got fourth in points last year. We got Rookie of the Year for Super Dirt Car Series, so can't really get that title again this year. So we'd like to improve on the championship this year, but we're going to be here every Saturday, and like I said, we got a good team behind us, good marketing partners, so we're going to be here every Saturday trying to put on a show, maybe get 2, 3, even 4 wins, as much as we can, more points possible.
Chris, you're talking about, you got a brand new car here for 2023. Talk about the expectations about going into this new season.
Well, we've always been good, but we always dreamed of having just brand new stuff, no hand-me-downs, and that's what you're looking at here. So, an expectation for us is to win, but not being in this thing is kind of, it's gonna take us a second to shake it down. I didn't even know how to shift it when I got in it, so it's like going back to the drawing board, but I just got to thank my dad and my guys over here. I mean, getting this thing together was no easy feat, and it came together all within a month span. I got married, and if it wasn't for my old man, we wouldn't be sitting here. So, our expectation is just to go out there and feel it out right now, and then, we'll get speed. I know we're good for that, but just to get our feet wet would be nice. Tonight is a big night for that, just to smooth it out some,
Talk about your schedule for this 2023 season.
Yeah, we started off at Malta here the past 2 weeks and struggled a little bit in the beginning trying to get a handle on this new car. And we're going to start there and then run here also with a big block and small block at Lebanon Valley and go from there. Our big thing is it's hard on Friday nights, but I need to race more. It's just that's how it is, goes down to it. If we want to travel and run the dirt series at some point, you have to be able to run as much as you possibly can to get better. So that's the plan as of now, is to run Fridays, Malta, big block, Saturday, big block, small block at Lebanon, and hit as many Glen Ridge shows as we can.
Ryan, you had a up and down season last year, tried to run the big block, had a little bit of issue with the motors, ran a lot of good runs in the small block. You're back here with the big block this year. Talk about what your 2023 is looking like.
So yeah, this season, last season was a little tough on us. A lot of ups and downs, motor issues, one thing after another. But, big hopes this year. Fresh motor in the other car. Let's see if, this 2023 season can be a little bit stouter for us.
When you started last year driving for JR, you were in his TO cars. You're back in familiar ground running the Bicknells. Talk about what it feels like, especially with the fact that these cars are so similar to what you've had in the past.
Yeah, we actually, when we were in Sportsman last year, I had bought in, pretty much the exact cars that we have now, so I've always been in Bicknells. I've never bought or run anything else really, except for the TO at the end of the year with JR. So at the end of the year, we kind of all just sat down and made a decision that, for a confidence standpoint and a knowledge standpoint, it was better to start off with Bicknells.
I know you had some struggles throughout last year, and you ended up taking some time off from Lebanon Valley. You've done some different things. You've run different cars and like some short track Super Series races and whatnot. You're going to be back here full time this year. You going after the title?
Yeah, I'd love to. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too soon, but there's going to be 3 nights that I'm not going to be here. I'm in some weddings and stuff like that, but hey, others can get DNFs and here and there. We just got to chase the wins, So instead of, I want to come back and just win as much as we can to make up for those nights. And, it's going to be a tough task with the caliber of drivers here. The guys here are no joke, and the track is no joke. It's unforgiving, and, we just got to keep our nose clean and keep digging forward.
Josh, we got to start calling you a veteran. You got about 5 years. This will be your 5th year going to race at Lebanon Valley Speedway, doing a big block. What have you learned over your time, especially with having the family connection that you have, especially at Lebanon Valley?
I have the best mentors in the world. I've also made a lot of good connections coming here. Kyle Sheldon, my teammate, he helps me out a lot, and he gets to tell me his point of view of the track and what I can improve on, what I can do better, and I take that and I stick it in my head for like the next warm-up session or the next heat race, and hopefully use some of that stuff to get better. And a lot of it works and helps me, and it's especially the setup of the car.
Brandon, you were a modified rookie last year, getting ready for the sophomore season. How's everything looking for this tour?
I'm looking pretty good so far. I'm excited to get back out on the racetrack. Got a couple new sponsors on board this year, so hopefully to impress some people and have a good year.
Now, you're one of the guys that are running the PMC. You got Bob Brunel motor. Talk about, the ability to, you've been the 350H, you've run Sportsman, but the power of the big block. And talk about everything that goes on with running a big block here at Lebanon Valley.
I'll tell you, when I was running the small blocks, and at the end of the season we had a little hiccup, so it jumped us into a big block a little earlier than what we wanted. I remember sitting in that car, and my first lap, I said, there is no way I'm ever getting back into a 358. This thing was so cool. It was so fast, so much power. It was like a whole new lifestyle. And ever since then, luckily with Bob Bruno being right close to us, right in town, we were able to make things work. And now we have a pretty good piece, and hopefully we can make things work and maybe get some nice finishes and maybe pull off a win. We'll see what happens.